K here, and I'm coming back at you live this time. I wanted to show you something very unique, something very cool that I'm extremely excited about. This is it's kind of a game changer in this aspect of searching for copper. All right, so as you guys know, you guys and gals know, I picked this lot up here. This was essentially I guess 1,000 penny lot. So I picked this up, and this is all 95% copper, but I'm also still doing the penny rolls. So we've got all of our penny rolls here that we are going to be searching through, and of course all of this stuff here, this good stuff we found. So happy about all of that, especially having all of that copper there. But essentially what we're going to do is I want to show you something that is a game changer as far as what it's going to allow me to do in terms of like long term, right? Also, let me get these put away. Check these out. These were some of the better ones that we picked up in our final bag of Ikes. So let's get this put away. Look at these beautiful coins. I don't know if I've reviewed any of these yet, so probably shouldn't be showing those, but it's a sneak peek. If you're here, enjoy it, all right? It's a sneak peek. I know we finished off the, I'm not going to show you all of those, but that's all from the same, our final bag. So this is all good stuff. This is all good stuff. Some of it got put in holders, and I have it up here. So like I said, hold out for those. Those are coming. But right now, what I want to talk about, again, is this and how moving forward, you know, we should all be not only embracing technology, but obviously looking forward to it. How it's going to make our life easier. And for the coin roll community, I want to show you a gift that I got. So I'm putting it up on my table here, but this is a gift I got probably about 2 or 3 months ago. And actually, yeah, I don't know how long now, but it's been a while. But this gift here is what I've been wanting to show you all. So check this out. This is essentially what is going to allow me to process all of these, you know, rolls of pennies. So I'm going to be using this, and this is going to process everything out. And so essentially, as you see here, we're going to do all of our 95% zinc. Everything that we want to send back is going to fall here, and all of the good stuff that we want to keep is essentially going to fall on this side. And so what I think is very unique is that I have seen it catch these here. So it's caught the wheat cents, it's caught the 95% coppers, and we've got the 95% Canadians. So I haven't seen it catch one of these yet, but I wanted to put it up here because if it is distributed by weight, this should also fall under the same category. And again, we'll get all of our zinc ones here. So actually, since you guys are here, let me get this plugged in, and I'll show you how it works because it's pretty cool. So let's see, I think we got power already. Just plug it in. And so once you plug it in, I've only got one roll here that I kind of started to unwrap. So we'll get this going, and I'll show you how it works because this stuff is just insane. And so this is what I mean by you're going to want to embrace the future. You're going to want to be on the side of machines because things, you know, are essentially going to get easier over time. And so I'll show you here, we've got 4, and only one of them is copper. So 3 there, 1 there. That's essentially how that should work. Oh, except for I dropped one of them. So that was my fault. But there you go. All right. So that's how that works. This machine would just essentially separate all your copper out for you. And so let's see, we'll do a few more. I think most of these are mostly zinc, but you know, and you can be better prepared. You can kind of do it a little bit easier if you're not making a video as well. But essentially what I want to do is I want to try to set up that machine there to run off of this, and that would essentially just run the pennies for me. So it is a little loud. You see, look, we only have 2 coppers so far, so this roll was mostly non-copper, but essentially it'll let you do this at a faster rate. So is there a copper? No. Yep, so this one's not a very good roll, as you can see. But there is, you know, it's one of those things that long term, I think, yeah, for the short term, this is probably not a great play. But if you like, let's say people that left a bunch of half dollars, silver half dollars to their kids, that was a solid play, right? So at the time, I don't think most people were thinking about it, but it is one of those things that as time passes, even if you don't, you know, obviously you're not allowed to do certain things with this, but there we go, our third one. You're not allowed to do certain things with it, and that's okay, but you can hold on to it, and then you can trade it or sell it, right? This guy sold me this bag, right? So there is still value to it, and then, oh, look at that one. There we go. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you caught that. That was a wheat cent. See? And so sometimes you're not really paying attention, but you are, right? And it just slides through. And so there we go. We got our first wheat cent. So I guess this actually wasn't a very bad roll. This is a 1955D. So that's, you know, that's excellent, right? You guys saw it live, so. And then here's a 61. And I'll see how fast I can run these through. And like I said, the rate of mistakes that this thing makes, I don't think it really makes a lot of mistakes. I will say I have caught a few on this side, coppers, but essentially I was running it fast, you know. There's times where I'm sliding like 6 or 7 coins in and they're going in pretty fast, so I really don't blame the machine. I think it's probably, you know, more or less human error, but essentially, so let's see what we got. For our 50-cent roll, we ended up with, what, 7? Not bad. 7 and a wheat cent. I mean, you really can't beat that. So yeah, this is an excellent machine. To me, this thing has been fun. I've only run about 1 or 2 rolls through it, or sorry, what is it? Yeah, about 2 to 3 boxes. So I have run a few boxes through it, but it's something that I do want to get more of them in. I actually have the 10,000 series. So we essentially finished up one 10,000, and this will end up being our second 10,000 coin series. So stay tuned. This will be box 1. Box 1. Thank you for being here with us. Essentially, you can basically see how this worked out, right? And we got 7 already out of roll 1 in box 1. So that's pretty unique. And I think that, like I said, long term, it's one of those things that as you can incorporate a few machines into your life, they will, you know, not only in coin collecting, but in your life in general, they will make your workload easier, which will kind of make your overall quality of life better. So think about that. Which simple things, right? There's also other things like AI that you can already be using right now. So I'm still working on that, and essentially I want to also build something so that I can just load the pennies there. They'll slide out of the penny area. Obviously I got to elevate it higher. They'll slide right into here. And so that's what I'm working on next. Is I wasn't going to share that with you guys, but I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work. I didn't have much success the other day, but we'll try. If we can get that to be like our coin hopper, and it's just dropping penny after penny after penny, it'll be a more uniform environment for this machine too. I'll have less of an error, because sometimes when you have errors, you have to essentially kind of pop this. You pop it off to the side, and then everything is going to fall into the return chute. So you just kind of, if you can, you scan through it again. If not, you just let it go. But essentially, I think this machine will make this machine work more efficient. And there is something like this online that I saw. So the person who got this for me hasn't told me where they got it yet. I'll find that out if you guys want to know. But there is one online that's like a combination of both that somebody made, except for, right, that's the kicker, they're charging about $700 or $800 for it. And if I had to imagine, this was probably like a third of the cost or less. So, you know, it's one of those things where I was like, oh, cool. Well, can I use this for that, right? We'll see. I'll let you know if I can get that to work. Just meanwhile, keep in mind some of the coins that this thing has found, sorry. Look at this. So that's another thing that I do enjoy, is that it is finding the Canadians. Hopefully it's finding Indian heads, like I said. Hopefully, and we'll keep that. You saw it live. The wheat cent. You saw that one live. caught one of those, and we got these 79s. So, you know, just all around beautiful coins. But like I said, what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to try to separate them by box. So I'll see what is all of the copper we found in box 7. And then, you know, we'll go from there. And then keep in mind, all of this I found in like box 1 to 3 by myself. That was like kind of tedious. So I ended up just canceling out the hand search, right? It's kind of it's fun, but it is tedious as far as my timekeeping goes, because sometimes I have to, you know, try to run through them quick. And you know, I try to get a box in now, and so now I can get a box in about an hour and a half, I think, the last run I did. So we'll see how this works out. But like I said, we're just trying to elevate it, right? We're going from hand searching to machine help to hopefully multi-machine help, and we'll see how that plays out. But like I said, I just wanted to show this all to you guys and let you know that more of this stuff is coming. So if you have any questions, if you like the video, definitely hit the like button. I appreciate it, and I know it helps with the algorithm. So if you guys can help me out, that's all I really need from you. And then let me get all of this stuff lined up. I will do a short, and I'll do a follow-up video on how we end up doing with this. I'll probably pull another 15 or 20 rolls and give you guys an update sometime in the week. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.